What's up, mi gente? Welcome back to the channel. Today's video is going to be on the Shaw Concepts ARC V2 plate carrier. Amazing plate carrier. So I'm going to be talking about the plate carrier, and then we'll do a full loadout together, and we'll load it out. My loadout's a little different now. This is a retired SWAT loadout, so it's not going to be my work loadout that I used. It's changed a little bit, but this is what I'm using right now for training, and if I still train with the department and whatnot, which I do, this is what I use. So just to talk about the plate carrier, we're not going to go into, just putting in the plates in. I'm going to go around, the features and benefits of the carrier. There's level 4 plates in here, just so you guys know. That's what our SOP used. Do I feel you need level 4 plates? I'll get this out of the way. Not necessarily. I think it depends on what you're doing. Military guys, yes, I know level 4 is a must. But law enforcement, civilian, I think level 3 or level 3 plus is sufficient. That's what you're going to encounter is 5.56, handgun ammo, etc. So you could be fine. Like I said, I had level 4s already, and I have a plate carrier that has level 3 pluses in, which is my active shooter Javelin Concepts setup. I've done a video on that. So that's what led me to this guy. So I was looking for a better option for load bearing than what I had at the department. At that time, I had the Cry JPC 2.0, and great carrier, but I wanted something a little more, like I said, load bearing, where I could have more options, more loadout. And that's what led me to start looking at other plate carriers. And I looked all over, like Faro FCPC. I looked at, Mayflowers, DM, Defense Mechanism, Dynamic Principles, all over the place. I mean, so what led me to this guy was Shaw Concepts really makes an amazing product, and it's a great plate carrier. So let's get into it. So first and foremost, I'm going to show you guys the plate bags, their adjustment system. I'm not going to go into adjusting it because that's, a separate video I could show you guys if you don't know how to adjust your plate carriers. But first and foremost, their plate bags are really nice. You have a lot of laser cut moly. You have your Velcro patch up here with laser cut moly. They give you a lot of laser cut moly if you want to attach for, a PTT setup or any cable management. You can run buckles or G hooks, right, for your placard. They give you a nice Velcro spot here for your placard. Okay, so you have a lot of real estate to use. I kept the buckles because I do like running my placard with buckles on this. I do use G hooks as well, but I like the buckles. What's really great about this carrier is just the options that you have. Like I said, there's a lot of laser cut moly. Sometimes a lot of carriers there's Velcro and Velcro. Not a lot of options for just adding, if you want to add an admin pockets or a lot of cable management. So I really like the options here. If you're going over to the shoulder pads, there's a slick side right on your right side, and you have a tube attachment on your support side, depending on your orientation, whether you're righty or lefty. So I'm a righty. I like that they keep this slick because a buckle would interfere with my rifle a bit. But you could change that up. So you could switch this buckle over and, use their little kind of like a metal, not even like a tri-glide, just like a metal hook over if you are left-handed. So it's more slick here, and a quick buckle here if you need to take it off. More so if you're doing like any maritime stuff where you would need to, take this completely off. It is good if you do need to take it off for, trauma reasons. So it's there, but I may go to another hook just to keep it slick because I like it better. I don't utilize this at all. I just, take it off with my tubes on the cummerbund, but they give you that option. The other cool thing about their carrier is that you could adjust the angle of the shoulder pads in or out with their adjustment system in the back, and I'll show you guys. So it's just a lot of options there. Also, their pontoons, their shoulder pontoons are very thick, and you have some moly cut into here, and that's for use with their PCP system. So you could add a buckle here, and I'll show you guys because I do run a pack with this. I'll make a separate video on that, but that's what these attachments are here. So it's very well thought out. Their shoulder straps are pretty much 2 sets of Velcro straps, and then the heavy, nice shoulder pads. It's very comfortable, especially if you're wearing it all day. These shoulder pads are nice and thick, so it's a really good shoulder pad system. Moving forward, I'll show you guys to their adjustment system, which is another great thing about their plate bags, is the way it's adjusted. So it's called kind of the spider system. So all these straps that open up here is you could tighten your plate, right, the way you want. So if this plate isn't filling out the whole bag, you can tighten these and cinch them up to the sides and cinch them up from the top as well as from the top plate bag. They load in from the bottom, right? So you're not loading them from the top load, but with this adjustment system, it's just endless adjustment. You could adjust the sides, you could adjust by the shoulders, and you could adjust from the top with all these straps. And I like that because it really hugs the plate nice and snug. And like I said, there's many plates on the market. Some might be thinner, some might be a little less wide. This is, you see, it's a LXL. I probably could have got away with a medium. I'm a little, lost some weight, but I wear a large shirt, whatever. So large fits fine. Like I said, I could have got away with a medium. They have 2 sizes, a small, medium, and a large, extra large. The large, extra large gives me the coverage. I am bigger on top, but that's all dependent on your size. I have a 10 by 12 plate in here, which you can see fits out. It's a thicker plate. It's level 4, so it's about an inch, 1.1 inches in thickness. So it fits great. Their plate bag is just Velcro here. Just shove the plate in, and then you have that spider system. Now, when I was talking about the angle of the shoulder pads are right here. When these straps here that go off to your shoulder pads here, this right here, you could adjust in or out for that shoulder play in your front bags. Meaning, if you want the shoulders to be like directly like over your clavicle this way, or you want it further out your shoulder this way, you could adjust that angle, which is super cool because on most carriers you just get it's going to lay how it lays. You don't have that kind of adjustment. So you have adjustment out and in, right, for how you want your plates to sit on your body, and that's super easy as well. It's just a tri-glide here and a strap, so you have plenty, and you just release that strap and go with the tri-glide and let them out if you need more, or cinch them in if you need less. So that spider system that they have is really, really good for keeping the plates in. And like I said, you could adjust the angle of the shoulder pads, which is super cool. Flip it around. I already have the cummerbund on, so when we do the loadout, the cummerbund's already on, just because it's time consuming, but I'll show you guys simple to adjust, turning over. All right, on their back plate bag, I also liked that is, sorry, a little dirty. I also like that it's full molly, so any type of pouches you want to put back here, you can. I took it off, but I was running a AXL flex cuff holder here on the teams, and it sat in between my pack, which was cool because I could grab flex cuffs. I'll show you in a separate video how that loadout was, but I like that it's fully laser cut molly all the way up. You have Velcro up here for any patch designations that you want, but also, again, full of laser cut molly to attach. To attach the cummerbund, it's really easy. I'll open the plate bag just so you can see. And you flip this back open, right? And here it is. It's just the shock cord attachments, right? So almost like your JPC style. You could put Velcro. That's the cool thing with Shaw Concepts. So if you don't want to run a shock cord cummerbund, this is their cummerbund, their ARC cummerbund. They have an MSR cummerbund. This is their ARC cummerbund, and I'll show you guys the cummerbund in a second. But if you have, let's say you have a separate Velcro cummerbund, you could Velcro it on like an Agilite Warfighter. I've seen guys use the Warfighter with this. You just put the Velcro on here and close the strap. But if not, like I say, you're running like a JP, a Cry style cummerbund, same thing. You put the shock cord in. They give you thick shock cord, which I have stowed away just in case, or the thin. I like running the separate thin shock cord because it just gives you more retention and it's tighter fit. But with the shock cord, you have elasticity for that cummerbund to move in and out with you, which I like. If you use the thick shock cord, you're just going to loop one. It's not two separate shock cords, so that's the difference. But you could stow it away like I did there, just in case, you know, I have some shock cord issues. I have extra shock cord to have there, and you have plenty of holes for adjustments. So as you, like if you need more wider adjustment because you're bigger around the torso area, all right, stomach area, you could loosen this out or bring it in to where you need to be. So this is just something that takes some time fine-tuning and finding exactly where you need your cummerbund. But super simple there on how the cummerbund gets hooked on. And then you just put the back strap over and close in your plate bag just like that. And you're good to go. Nice and secure there. All right, now we were talking about the cummerbund. This is their Arc cummerbund, which I really like. It's full of Tigress and Molly rows. So you're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 full rows of Molly, right? As well as 1, 2, 3, 4 with 4 slots in between. So you could put all your pouches on here, whatever you need. Also, it's lined with Velcro in the side. So if you want to attach plate bags or like a taco pouch, you can. It'll stick right here to Velcro, which I like. I keep the right side slick, my draw side for my pistol or secondary. I just like that. I like that, keep that slick. I don't put much on here. If I do, I'll put, you know, small things. I don't like running like big GP pouches on here. One, my loadout I don't need that much stuff, but I also like to keep it more on the slick style, like I said, for drawing purposes. I've talked about that in other videos, but that's their cummerbund. I really like it. It's got, you know, a lot of Molly. Did I say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, maybe it's 7. Maybe I counted wrong. Jeez, guys. 2, 4, 6. So 7 rows of Molly. Sorry, not 8. It's 7 rows of Molly. But you have the inner Velcro in here, which is nice to attach things. On this side, I already have a GP pouch. You know, we're going to do the loadout together, but I already put the GP pouch on there just because it takes 4 rows of Molly. This is their Nerd GP pouch. I have it on, like I said, on my support side, not on my strong side. And then I just have a Molly'd in is a Theorem battery holder that holds my batteries for like my Streamlights. Extra batteries, always good to have. I'll talk about what I put in the GP pouch when we start going out through the full loadout. But that's the cummerbund. Now it comes with tubes and Velcro attachments. I have them off because I added the tubes to my placard, which I'll show you guys. But if you wanted to run this cummerbund as it comes with a tube and a Velcro attachment to Velcro on, right? Just like a lot of cummerbunds. So that's the only thing that's missing out of here. But that's how that goes, and you have your tubes. And that's basically it. I mean, what's cool about it is you have some nice stretchy material here on the sides for your plates. Plates fit really good. A lot of cable management attachments. Also, I didn't show you guys on the top of the bag here, they give you laser cut Molly as well. And you could have more cable management. Sometimes I run like my Camelback hose through there, etc., or PTT cables, etc. But again, this carrier is super stout, comfortable. The modularity of it and adjustability, I think, is one of the best on the market. Really nice thick shoulder pads, so they lay really good on you. They really hold the weight once if you're rocking some weight on here. As well as, again, like it's just 2 tri-glides on the back for adjustments. Like I said, it's very easy to adjust the shoulders. And that's basically the carrier in itself. That's all, right? That's all the features you're going to get. Again, you can attach any placard to it. Tons of Molly for attachments. You have your inner Velcro here. If you want to add side plates, they have some bags you can get from Shaw Concepts or other, whether you want to run soft armor or hard armor. I don't run Side plates, I never really have, only on a short time when it was SOP at our department too. But then, that SOP rendered, so I never really ran side plates. So that's something that's going to be specific to you or mission dependent, depending, or SOP dependent, all that. But that's pretty much it. So tons of moly to attach in and out. That's what I like. You have moly on the inside that you could use and moly on the outside. So you have rows of moly with Velcro inside, and you have rows of nylon moly and Tigris in between. So you could run a pouch here, and run them both. So a lot of option with this cummerbund, the ARC cummerbund. As we go through the loadout, I'll show you guys what we're going to be putting on the plate carrier. Something dropped. Let me grab that real quick. But as we go through the loadout, we're going to be putting on the ARC placard, the ARC V3 placard with an admin pouch. I have a side Shaw Concepts pistol pouch, Shaw Concepts TQ pouch here, mollied in. I have their admin pocket. I also have their triple 5.56 insert. Okay, just Velcro driven with buckles. And again, remember I said I put my tubes right into the placard so my cummerbund can just attach right to it. But if not, you could use their Velcro flaps to attach your cummerbund. I just don't like building out my front that much with that much Velcro stuff, so it's just one more Velcro to take off. But I did do that. And in the front here is just an S-Tac placard that I used for shotgun breaching shells when I was running, so I keep it on there. That's what that's for. But again, if you take this out, it's just going to have a Velcro piece there. This is all Shaw Concept, a large Shaw Concepts nerd pouch, Shaw Concepts ARC V3 placard. So it has a lot of moly in the front. That's how I mollied this nerd pouch on, and it has moly on the side. So I put my TQ pouch here. I have a Snake Staff Systems ETQ wide on this side, and I have their single pistol pouch. Right now I'm running a SIG P320 mag in there, or take my Glock mags or SIG mags. Right, I was training with my SIG, so I have SIG mags in there. And if we open up my pouch, I keep this pretty much for admin purposes. I have a lot of land nav stuff, so I have a Right Terrain notebook, which I ran this when I was on the department, so I had notebooks in here just like this. I had pens. I have some protractor because I'm doing some land nav, and then I have a kind of like a juggernaut case that I took apart that just holds my cell phone in the front. We did use ATAC systems, so I liked having that. And now I just use my cell phone in there for GPS purposes or just to hold my cell phone, etc. No reason to use ATAC anymore. I'm not in the department, but I kept it on there. I just put my phone in there. So nice GP pouch or admin pouch there in the front, what I use for. So that's going to be in the loadout. We also are going to be putting on a knife in there. This is Ferro Concepts a wing, so it just kind of, you just Velcro it on and your knife stays right on your side. I like keeping my knife on my strong side, but tucked in the cummerbund. So I'll show you guys once we do the loadout. It's simple, the Ferro wing, it just has a bunch of like a hard Tigris that's laser cut with a lot of different holes, so you can screw in your sheath, or you could just zip tie it like I did. Just tie my sheath there, and I could get my knife in and out. So you have options. You can do it on an angle, this way, that way. Super cool product from Ferro Concept. Shaw Concepts makes a wing. It's more like kind of like a pouch where you shove your knife sheath in. I would have used that. It's just that I happen to have one or two of these, so I use this. So that's going to be in the loadout. We'll put that over here. We always ran a, this is a sear patch. For anybody who doesn't know, it's obviously an American flag patch, but if you open the back in here, I have a handcuff key, a little small compass, some fishing line. It just gives you things that you need, a razor, etc. Things that you would need you know, in a pinch, that you just keep on your pouch and it's hidden, so, you know, nobody would know you had that on there. So kind of just something we always ran, mainly for putting in handcuff keys for our. So we're gonna have our seat patch we're gonna need to put on there. What else we got going on? We have our radio wing, also from Faro. This is a radio wing. It's a little smaller now because I used a different radio wing because we were using Motorola's on the job. This is just for my biofang. I just started kind of getting into civilian comms just because I'm training with some guys. So this holds my biofang in there with, right now there's the case for, oh, I forget the company that makes the hard case for the biofangs. I'll put it in the video just so you guys have the link and know the company. But another wing that I run my radio on my left side and my PTT, so I keep that on the left side and I keep it inside the cummerbund tucked in. So that will be going on there. And to finish it off, I will have my raid pouch, right, which also has a tube attachment. So right here, that's going to go under my placard. And in here is all medical. I always like having a lot of medical with me. So if you come in here, just full medical, trauma shears, nasal, chest seals, decompression needle, compressed gauze, tape, just everything you're going to need. I have some sutures in there, a suture kit in there, a quick clot, just a full IFAC that I could take on and off. This pouch from Shaw Concepts, you could use for other things. You could use to put some breaching stuff in there, which I have. It's called the raid pouch. Just hangs as a dangler, right? So it's right here as a dangler. I'll show you guys once we do the loadout. Then you have a front zip pocket in here, which I keep some extra medical in there, more like bandages, alcohol wipes, stuff like that. Some gloves, but that's the raid pouch. And I showed you guys already the small nerd pouch that we had on the cummerbund. I just didn't put it in for time purposes to molly it in, but I just uses the 4 rows of molly that I was able to molly in. And in there I keep a slick style, like kind of double pistol mag pouch just for extra mags, right? 2 pistol mags. I have my Streamlight Pro Tac here, a little CRKT tool with a bit driver, so you know, if I need to work on any of my guns or anything like that. It has a knife sharpener. I have a ferro rod in there because I always like to have one, and a headlamp, which really comes in handy. Another handcuff key, and sometimes I would keep an extra set of handcuffs on here as well as part of my work loadout. But that's their small nerd pouch, and like I said, the Theorem Cell Vault, I believe they're called. This is like a small one, has see-through windows, just mollies in, but that keeps my extra batteries that I would need for any of my like RMRs, the optic on my rifle, etc. So now that you saw the carrier, we talked about the features and benefits of this carrier. I don't know if I went into price. So this loadout, as far as, not the full loadout, sorry, just the carrier, like I said, Shaw Concepts is on the higher end, but you get what you pay for. So when you buy this carrier, if you buy it with cummerbund, it's $580 for the whole setup. So front plate bag, rear plate bag, shoulder pads, and cummerbund with Velcro attachments. That's $580. You could just get the plate bags if you want to run a different cummerbund. But again, you get what you pay for. This is one of the most comfortable plate carriers when you're wearing it for a long time. Shaw Concepts makes really nice stuff. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to change the camera angle just so you guys, so we could do the loadout together and put it on. Or actually, yeah, I might just change it up. So hold on, guys, and let's load this thing out. Dale. All right, mi gente, I'm back. So let's load this out together. Just change the camera angle so we can see each other. So let's load it out. So first and foremost, we're going to start off with what's going under my placard, right? Like the wings and all that. We talked about that. But first and foremost, let's put our sear patch on there. Our American flag. I just put it up here on my Velcro right here on my chest. I like to have it. Like I said, that's just check them out, Sear patches. I have a buddy who makes these. Just rip that patch off if you ever need it, and it keeps things inside there. What else? All right, let's go into, remember now, for my knife, I'm keeping it on my strong side, so I'm gonna put this wing right here on the side. Okay, want it to the side a little bit more this way so it tucks in, so when the cummerbund comes over, it kind of folds it in, and it's right here on the side, right perfectly for you to grab and get to, but it's tucked into the body so it's not out. I don't like running my knives like on the outside of my cummerbund, or like a big sheath, or some guys run it here on top of their like shoulder pads kind of. I don't like that kind of setup. If I don't run it like off of a wing, I run it directly in between my placards, so very close to just middle here. But I found just with training, I like it better here. Again, most of the time the knife never comes out. It's just used for admin stuff. All right, if I'm cutting, you know, using it for something at the range or in training. Because if you're going down to your knife, I mean, you'd be in a hand-to-hand combat situation with somebody. Just something that didn't come up, and for me anyway, being in a team setting, doing ERT stuff. But we always did carry a knife on us, and I believe it is a good thing to carry. So I like it on a wing, tucked away. That's kind of the point of that. Radio wing, like I said, on my left side. So these are those ferro wings that you guys saw. Keep that on my left side. Like to keep them, you know, pretty much high on it. The lower you go, like I said, it's not a big radio, so it'll fit fine right here. But if any for you guys that do a lot of comms, let me know in the comments what kind of radio pouches you guys use, or radio wing. So I have those, my two wings there, right? Then I'm gonna go, lastly, I'm gonna put the Raid pouch. Sorry guys, we're just adjusting the battery. So we're gonna put the Raid pouch flap here, and I'm gonna go pretty much right over the middle because I like things going symmetrical. Okay, it's a dangler pouch, so you kind of want it right here at mid-level. So I have that on there. Okay, so once I have it all on, that just basically slides in with the tube. But we'll leave that for the end there. And now we're going with the ARC V3 placard. Great placard, guys, if you're just looking for a placard. Also, this is an amazing placard. When this admin or large nerd pouch is not on the front, it has laser cut MOLLE in front of it, and MOLLE on the side, so a lot of attachment points. Like I said, this is fully loaded out. So I have 3 mags. It's changed before this, like I said. What's wrong, sweetheart? Sorry for all the pauses, guys. My dog was going crazy. So my loadout has changed. Before, I didn't run 3 rifle mags. I ran maybe 1, 2 at the most in my placard. I had it set up a little different. With kind of I used the insert a little differently. So I'd run 1 rifle mag, 2 pistol mags. I would run my light in here. I had an attachment for my taser. It was just a little different the way it's loaded out now. Like I said, this is my retired loadout, but what I train with. So I run the triple right now, which I like, with great retention with these inserts and their placard. You have that. You have your side pouch for pistol mag there, which is nice. I have my TQ, like I said, with my snake staff systems. TQ, but you can fit a cat tourniquet in there, whichever you're using. I just like the ETQs wide from Snake Staff. They're nice, small. I really like that tourniquet, so I have them. Like I said, the STAC shotgun card, right, for shotgun shells, but you could use this for other things, chem lights if you needed to. Like I said, if I'm breaching, I kept that in there, but that's just something I could Velcro off. And then my main admin pouch, which I use now for some land nav stuff, map, etc. for if we're doing that type of stuff. And I have my Right in the Rain pens, etc. and my cell phone holder, which I like. I got a question about that, so I'll show you guys again real quick. Again, it's just the knockoff Juggernaut case, just so you know, because I got it on Amazon. Very cheap. These things are like 25 bucks, and they're like the same thing as like the one Spiritus sells and I think they're like 90 bucks. I forget the company that makes them, but you could get them on Amazon. Fits my iPhone. I have an iPhone 14 or 15 Pro Max, fits it perfectly, and it fit our Samsungs when we had the ATACs in there, department phone, so I no longer have that, but I do like it to hold my cell phone. So what I did was I just took that apart, because I'm not running it like on here on my plate carrier. I took it apart, and then I just put Velcro on it and stuck it, because on this large Nerd pouch, it's full of Velcro here, so I was able to Velcro it on. My cell phone goes in there, and as I have my placard, I can GPS, navigate, you know, use my phone whenever I need to, and it's tucked away in the admin. So that's the last piece to this loadout. We're gonna go in and put it in with the buckles, right? So I'm not running G hooks. Buckle it in. All right. Got my placard on there, and now, like I was telling you, now the cummerbund comes in and it just goes straight into the tube and connects, so it's nice and easy to take on and off, right? So that's how it would be, just like that with the cummerbund. And what's cool about that is if you want to take it off, they give, you know, has the little strap to take off, and your cummerbund comes right off on my strong side. That's the way I put on my plate carrier, and it's super easy, just less Velcro take off. I could leave the Velcro straps it comes with, and you could take it on and off the same way. It was just easier to have it on the placard because that's what I'm running. So, like, again, you have both options with that. Let's put that back on there. And now you have the final touch is the raid pouch here. And that's the loadout, guys. I mean, that's it with the fully loaded out. Like I said, guys, if you're looking for a really good load bearing option, something that's not slick style, the Shaw Concepts ARC V2 plate carrier I think is one of the best on the market. I had guys running FCPCs. Once our SOP changed, before we all had Cry JPCs, then they let us, as long as it was Ranger Green, we could buy our own or change or go to different carriers. So guys ran all types of carriers. So I really looked at all carriers before I got this guy. And like I said, Shaw Concepts makes amazing stuff. I talked to those guys, but if you're looking, like I said, if you're looking for a very great carrier with tons of modularity, tons of adjustment, I love how you could adjust the straps out or in. I'll put it on just so you guys could see the full loadout in a second, but I love that adjustment. I love all the amount of laser cut moly to just attach different things for cable management. I love the way the plates sit in the bags with that spider system. You just can completely, you know, tighten it from all angles so your plates aren't moving around at all. That's a big thing of mine when, you know, plates don't always fill the plate bags completely in carriers, and you have, you know, sometimes some slop in there and movement. I hate that, but this system, even if the plates were smaller, will fit, because I have level 4s in here, but I could throw my level 3s in here, which are a little thinner, a little smaller, and with that spider system, I just adjust it to where I need to cinch it down, and it's perfect. So nothing bad to say about that. There is one thing that it came with, which I didn't show you guys. Inside their plate bags, where they have, it's all lined with basically Velcro, so you could attach anything that's, you know, attaches to Velcro. They give you added, like pontoons, like added padding. I took them off because my plates already have plate backers, so it's really padded, and it was just bulking it out a little more. But that also comes when you buy this plate carrier. You get 4 of them, right? So that comes with the plate carrier. And 1 second, what's up, babe?
What do I feed the baby?
I'll do it in a second. I got it. So, you know, you don't have to use those backers if you don't want to, but they do come with the plate carrier itself, so you have extra padding. That's it. I'll pause the video. I'll throw this on so you guys can see the full loadout, and we'll go from there. 1 second. Alright guys, well here's the carrier on, fully loaded out like I wanted to show you guys. As you could see, you know, everything the way this carrier sits, it really holds the weight really well. That's why I love this carrier with the shoulder straps. When I was talking about the adjustment on the shoulder straps, is I like going all the way in closer, you know, in. It depends on how you like it, if you're getting a hot spot or not. But what's the adjustment on the back, as I was showing you guys, you could adjust the angle. So if you like them out, you can, or in. I like them in, especially so it doesn't interfere with my rifle placement and all that. But you could adjust that. You could adjust that to one side. Some guys like running this one a little in and this one further out. So you could adjust each one individually. That's why I really like this carrier. Tons and tons of, you know, adjustability with it. So this is basically, right, I have my, just go through everything one again, my triple 5.56 placard with the large nerd pouch in the front. I have my TQ sleeve here, single Shaw Concepts pouch, Shaw Concepts small nerd pouch here, right? And the only thing that was in Shaw Concepts were the wing, the knife wing here. That's where my knife sits, so I could get to it right here quick, like I was showing you guys. And it's covered by my cummerbund here. That's how I like it. And my radial wing is here on my left side. And what's nice is I would run my PTT here. That's what you see this little attachment for. The one thing I also didn't tell you guys is that spider system, that adjustment. Not only can you adjust to hold your plates nice and snug, right, for different size plates, but you could also use it for cable management. So as you're running your cables, you just open that spider system, put the cable through and close it. So it's just tons and tons of options with this carrier. Just so you guys can see, that's how it sits, right? You have the back full of molly for any attachments. The dangler, I put that strap, the Velcro pad a little too low. I would have it sitting a little higher like this, just a little low, but that's the only thing I would change. What's cool about the raid pouch that I didn't talk about when I was showing you guys is if you need to get to medical, or you know there's some type of trauma, somebody's working on them, they need medical, you could just rip this off, chuck the pack, and they could get to work, right? They have their medical there. You don't have to go into your own pack. The one thing I did miss when I was showing you guys the raid pouch was they also give you a tourniquet sleeve on the bottom here. I have another ETQ wide in there, so that's another feature of it. And then you just put it right back in. You don't have to use it for medical. You could use that for other mag storage, other things you need. Some charges if you're doing breaching. Tons of options with that. Again, I showed you guys, because the other question I get is on this guy. So this is an imitation like Juggernaut, or I forget the other company that makes them, but that cell phone holder is 2 pieces. Usually it goes on your right mollies in. I just took it apart, Velcro, put Velcro on it, and attached it to this panel just like that. I get these on Amazon. They're like 25 bucks opposed to spending almost 100 bucks on them. It's fit every phone that I've needed it to. Like I have an iPhone 15 Pro Max or 14 Pro Max, fits fine. But when I use the Samsung ATAC, it also fit in here. So you don't have to get a Juggernaut case. I know those cases are tend to be expensive. I just got that on Amazon, and you just take it apart, put Velcro, and what's cool is the large nerd pouch has a Velcro on the inside, so you just attach that to it. Like I said, I have my land nav in there. The other thing that's not shown is this STAC shotgun card. Like I said, I keep it for some breaching shells, etc. I have that there, and yeah, that's pretty much the loadout. Super comfortable, guys. So again, I know this carrier is going to be on the pricier side, but you get what you pay for. The adjustability of it, the amount of modularity for guys that are using this for work related, like you're going to wear this all day for duty. You would just change the load up, but this is a carrier that you can wear all day. Super comfortable. It really holds the weight well. I don't feel like a lot of carriers, you feel it like really the weight on you. This is something that's a little load bearing, like, you know, my active shooter carrier is a lot lighter. This has got some weight. It's going to be upwards of 20 pounds, but I don't feel that at all, just because of the way the straps hold on, the way the weight's distributed throughout. Hug's really nice. What's nice about that cummerbund with the elasticity is as you move, bend, and all that, it stretches out with you. So if I'm breathing heavy, you know, it expands. It's not like, you know, sucking me in, or I'm not holding it in anyway. So amazing carrier. Again, it is up there without the loadout, right? Just the carrier and cummerbund. It's almost 600 bucks, but you get what you pay for. Super high quality, never had an issue with it or anything like that, and tons of adjustability for your plates and how you want to adjust this thing. I mean, it took me, you know, a few weeks of adjusting this thing to get it right. So that's what I loved about it. Every time, oh, I gotta make this adjustment, I can make this tweak to it until it's perfect for me. So again, that's the Loadout on, so you could see. And if you have any questions, hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you guys are rocking the Shaw Concepts, what you think of it. Let me see your loadouts. And continue to like, subscribe, and comment. I appreciate all the support, guys. Like I said, I didn't think I was going to get to 1,000 followers. We're hopefully on our way to 2,000 followers. I appreciate it. Let me know any content you want to see. And that's it, guys. I'll make, just because I mentioned it, I'll make a separate video of the PCP, their pack system integration into this, because that was another reason why I picked this carrier, is their integration to a backpack and a back panel. If you guys know, you know, back panels are tough because, one, unless you're in a team environment, right, how do you get to stuff? You're not gonna always take your carrier off. What's cool about their PCP system is it allows you to run a pack that you could get to yourself. You could swing around, get to it. I used it for medical when I was on the team, so it's a great system. I'll do a separate video on that because, you know, it's something separate from what I'm, you know, talking about today. But that's also why I chose this. Tons of versatility. So check out Shaw Concepts. They make tons and tons of other gear, belt systems, great nylon pouch attachments. Just even if you have a separate carrier, their cummerbunds are great. So check out Shaw Concepts. They make great stuff. It's a little on the higher end, but it's well worth it because it's super well made. And that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. I appreciate you guys. Stay safe out there, and I'll see you guys on the next one.